It's His responsibility. It's up to God, Allah, to show me who He is, who He's not, and then how to get to Him and what to avoid that would take me away from Him. And we've been talking about who Allah is and who Allah isn't. We've understood now that Allah doesn't compare to His creation. He's not like anything that He's made. We know now that He is eternal and always. He's without beginning, without end. This is not really something new to the believer. Those who believe as Jews or children of Israel, those who believe as Christians or followers of Christ, and those who believe as Muslims, believing in the one true God. Makes sense, doesn't go against any real logic to understand that Allah has a presence and at the same time He physically is not present. And He has these great qualities, and yet at the same time His qualities don't compare to anything that we as humans could imagine. So His creation is something that isn't all that great. It isn't all that special. It isn't to be worshipped. In fact, He alone is the only one to be worshipped. Now we come to another fork in the road here, so to speak. And that is, do I go this way or do I go that way? How do I worship Him? Some people are telling me do this or that, and exactly which way do I go and how can I worship Him? Or how about if I just make up some worship of my own? Maybe He would like for me to do sit-ups 5 times a day. Maybe that would be real nice and He'll accept that as worship. Or maybe just do some good deeds. I think a good deed would mean go and mow my neighbor's lawn every other day. And I'll consider that an act of worship. And well, these are good things to do, and you might have blessings with that, no doubt. But what is the ritualistic worship required, if any, to be a true believer and one who is following this and then worshiping God according to His will? Something that we as Muslims know about is the will of Allah. We know that He has a will. He wants things done His way. Now, the things in the creation that He orders to be done will be done exactly that way. But for you and I, we have choices that we can make every day whether or not we want to follow His will. For instance, a flower will grow exactly the way He wants it to go and die on the day that He wants it to die. A tree will grow as He wants it to grow, and it will blossom and flourish out the way He wants it to, and live for exactly as long as He wants it to live. But then at a certain time, that tree will die. The same is true as of a human to an extent. We'll be born when He wants us to be born. We'll die when He wants us to die. But in between those 2 times, we sure get to make a lot of choices, don't we? But one of the most important choices of all, if not the most important choice, is to decide I need to worship Him, and it needs to be on His terms, His way. And what's His way? The way to worship the one Creator and Sustainer of the universe is according to the way He wants it done. But how could I know what that is? Can I make that up? It would be no more possible to do that than it would be to imagine God in the way that I want to imagine Him. This means that I can't make up God and I can't make up the religion or the way to get to Him. Both of these things must be revealed by Him to me. It's His responsibility. It's up to God, Allah, to show me who He is, who He's not, and then how to get to Him and what to avoid that would take me away from Him. Does that make sense? All of this is what we've been talking about through our programs, the Beauties of Islam. Because when you understand this, it puts a peace or sakina or tranquility in your heart to know that this is the one true God. In fact, Allah, and the only way to get to Him. There are 5 things that are essential to understand and put into practice to reach your worship to Him, Almighty God. The first is a surrender to Him. Everything in my life I surrender to Him. I give it up to Him. Not 99%, 100%. The next is submission. Total submission to what He wants. His way. To learn what He wants me to do and then submit to that. And obey His commandments. He's given me commandments, I need to obey them. Then this word, sincerity. I must have total sincerity for Him. And do it whether anybody's watching or not. Do it because this is what I really want to do for Him. Now if I do the 4, which is surrender, submit, obey, in sincerity, then this one comes. What is this one? This one is called peace. Salam. And I will never get this peace between me and Him until I do the other 4. So if I want peace between me and Almighty God, I have to surrender, submit in sincerity, totally, completely to His will. This then would be Islam, because the word Islam means that exactly.